Hello. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and Capricus carriers to that 6+++ show. This is the first intro I've ever tried to do whilst painting the entire way through it. I am your host, Tom, and I'm vice captain of 6++. We're a bunch of big old nerds. We're here to talk 40k for you tonight. We've actually got a fun game that our very own Jack Chapman has designed, which is going to be trying to justify the strengths and weaknesses of particular units that people don't use that we think are fun and neat and cool, and we're going to try and justify them in a good old-fashioned game of Hear Me Out. Do let us know in the chat what you guys are up to, what your nerdy life is currently entailing, and we will endeavour to engage with you, the listener, as well. Before we do any of that, I'm going to stop painting. I'm going to introduce my cast of players, and we're going to do a little tiny smattering of self-promotion, then dive into that main topic you all love so much. Chris isn't here, so I get to start with my sensei instead, John Scriven. Scrivo, how are you? Has anything interesting happened in your life?
Yeah, not much, really. Yeah.
No, not much.
Quite weak. No, we've just had the leadership elections for Team Wales, and I am officially co-captain of Team Wales with Josh Townley.
That's pretty spicy, isn't it, John?
Pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing.
Not at all what I'd planned.
No.
But, when kind of it came up for the elections, we had 3 eligible candidates, 2 of which were the ones standing down. Rather than kind of make it the chaos of kind of like there being a situation where anyone and everyone was applying, I went, right, you know what? I'll put forward an application, I'll bring the other vice captain from this year, and let's see what happens. And everyone kind of liked it, so...
That's great.
Yeah,
that's really exciting.
More things to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you already do loads of work for Team Wales, which I'm sure is a factor in their decision that you'd be a good captain, right? You work your ass off for that team. But it's really, really exciting, isn't it? I think Wales have kicked on really well in the last year or two, and I think it's worth saying a very well done to Kev and Gaz, who I'm big fans of. Gaz especially is always super friendly to me whenever I've been out to any of the international stuff, and he's just a great guy. But they've thrown a lot at it for a long time, haven't they? So I think they've earned a rest.
Yes.
What are the first things you're going to do in your new dictatorship?
Well, we're bringing in a team, hopefully. So we've got some elections for people to put forward themselves for specific roles. So we're trying to get in more formal things. So we've got a guy in charge of communications, a guy in charge of scrims, and we're just going to try to formalise things a bit more. And then from there, we're going to just see what else we can change up. Not for the sake of it, but just where things could do with like tweaking a little bit, and then get onto the really fun stuff of getting the work on. So
it is really fun, isn't it? What I do like about having had a leadership election in the England camp as well, which is obviously really exciting, and now we've come up with this amazing sort of team up of Boris and Tony, which I think is going to be really cool this year. But it does eat the one bit of the year that's not WTC work. If you have an election, it's like that's like the only little bit of time where you're like, this is before the work starts, and then it's like, what if that also was WTC instead? But yeah, really excited to see how you get on, man, and I'll be interested to see who makes that Welsh cabinet as well, who you end up using in your wider leadership. Should be really good. Is Tom Green going to get in? I propose Tom Green. I love Tom Green. I think he's awesome. I'm also joined tonight. You last seen taking on Alex Fowler and nearly beating him in a very good game in the final of our 6++ GT down south. It's the lovely Alex Chancellor. Alex, how are you?
I'm doing really well, thanks, Tom. How are you doing?
You know what? Really good. Really, really zippy today. What I've learned is actually having my normal life going and having work to go to is actually really good for me. So that's great. And I would say I'm painting. I've suddenly got an interest in painting because I have no time to do it again, which is a very strange feature of the human psyche, but I'll take it. You know, whatever gets you motivated. So yeah, I'm feeling very, very good. I actually listened to Fireside podcast on my way to work today, listening to Tim Schneider and David Gaylord chat about the Votan book.
Yeah, it was a good chat from them, wasn't it?
It was really good, and Tim echoes a lot of my thoughts on it, but actually he's dug a lot deeper because he's played way more games than me, right? I've only played a couple of games. He's played a whole bunch of games, and actually what was exciting was hearing him talk about some of the other detachments and some of the stuff he'd been doing, and it sounds like some of the stuff that's more interesting to me, i.e. not Needguard, can and does work, so I'm really excited to play that. So I'll be getting on with, I think Delver Salt Shift is the one that he was talking up a lot, and that's by far the coolest one with the Berserks. So I think I'll be ordering some Fire Slayers and converting some Berserks out of all my Votan spares and some Fire Slayers. I think that's going to help spread the ranks. And yeah, in the meantime, we've got the Memnir strategist here, who obviously people would have seen me painting it out, but he's got all his little wires. He's so cute. So we're just working on him. Yeah, he is Doc Ock. He's very, very cute. So yeah, hype for that. I have been flirting with Emperor's Children and Eldar lately since getting back from WTC, but I will make sure I put a chunk of time into the Votan. We have our Invitational, don't we, on the 20th? So I think probably I'll be taking the Votan to that for sure. And obviously if I can get something that works, maybe to ITT in the latter stages of the year as well. Is there anything new in your hobby life, Alex?
Not new so much. It's tidying up some of the Death Watch that I used to better effect than I thought I was going to have at the GT. So just adding some highlights to them that they didn't have.
Yeah, fantastic.
I commission out Imperial Knights because if I did it, it would be done by 11th.
Yeah, you are a methodical painter, aren't you? You take your time. But that's all really exciting. Obviously, as you've been demonstrating, there is a lot of life in Imperial Knights. Yeah, and you've got the book to come as well, so you can put a bunch of energy into that as well.
Had an article today. No feel, no pain anymore. So durability drop. The new oath system seems more interesting, but again, kind of feels like the same thing. Kill a character, get reroll hits or wounds rather than starting with it. Kind of feels off first glance the best ones.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, should be really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what you make with that content-wise, because I'm not a Knights guy. I'll just watch what you have to say and trust your judgment. That'll suit me just fine. He's been quiet because he's trying to make this entire show work. Jack Chapman is also here. Jack, how are you?
I'm all right, man.
Has anything interesting happened to you in the last half an hour?
Well, I spent about 2 hours making all these really lovely graphics for us to use on the podcast, and then my computer blue screen because technology hates me because I've been beating it into submission this week.
What I will say is you've been calm about it, Jack. I think this speaks to your new Zen life that you've been living. You've handled it.
I've been muted. So that's why that's a thing. But yeah, and in terms of me, I've just been like, I mean, you ever have that feeling that your life is just falling apart?
Sometimes, yeah,
every day.
Oh yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
I've had a combination of trying to get all the editing done for the big ITT video we're doing, also painting half of a guard army, and then also trying to get this sorted. And while all this is the game sorted. This is not very descriptive. The game sorted, and then also the fact that it's back to school week.
Yes.
So, and of course, no one's turned their computer on in 2 months, so nothing works. It's all my fault.
I've been to see the IT guy today. I'm sure you've had some guys in to see the IT guy today.
Man.
I wasn't in there long. He was sorting me out very quickly. It was fun.
So that's basically what I've been up to. Because we're going to Glasshammer Teams next week.
We are. Yeah, super excited for that.
Yeah, I am as well. It's going to be my first event with Guard, so that's going to be
awesome.
Super cool. And I'm pretty nervous about it in the sense of I think I'm just going to get smashed repeatedly because practice games have gone very poorly.
Okay.
But if previous history is believed, then that may be a precursor to me doing really well.
Yes,
exactly.
You did that with Ironstorm, and that was a thing, right?
I think if you're losing in practice, you are playing against the right caliber of people to be very well prepped for an event. That is what I tell myself at night when I come back from being battered.
Don't big Theo up like that. He doesn't deserve it.
Not Theo. No, never Theo. Oh dear. But yeah, it'll be fun. So we've got you on the guard. Oh, actually, are the lists even up? We've got other stuff. I don't
want to give it away.
I don't want to give it away. All the secrets.
But we're chill about it, guys.
We're super chill. No, we've got you on guard. We've got Connor on Black Templars. We've got Harley on Grey Knights. He's been trying to take World Eaters for 2 months, but he's a coward, so he's not actually held his ground strong enough, and he's been made to take the Grey Knights. If he'd only just been a man, he could have taken the World Eaters, but he wasn't at any point, so he's doing what I told him.
Or played any games with them. Then
playing games with them would also have helped. There was a great moment. We piped up in the chat, and he was like, "Guys, I'm playing a World Eaters game. It's going great. My combat brain works." And then he came back later. He was like, "I got battered." So in the end, we decided to stick on the GK list. I'm running some Eldar, which will be fun. I haven't been able to indulge in much Eldar with all the GSCing that's been going on, and I'm missing someone, aren't I? Oh, we've got Adam Gawley on Emperor's Children as well. So we're really hyped. There's some good teams there. WTC Terrain will be loads of fun. It'll be nice to see the Glasshammer lads as well. So that should be a really, really good weekend. Alrighty, I'm going to shout out chat. We'll do a smidgen of self-promotion because we are very good at self-promotion, possibly the best. Then it's main show time. Is that going to line up with your needs, Jack? Is the main show...
I need like 5 more minutes.
That's fine. We can give it 5. We haven't got to our obligatory 15 to 16 minutes before the main topic starts. I wouldn't want people being satisfied, so I'm more than happy to pad that out. So, in the chat, we have Brutish card. They are also painting a strategist. The Memnir strategist is very good. 1 feels mandatory. 2 feels entirely justifiable in some lists, so get painting. I think that's awesome. Charlie Watts is in. Nice to have you back, Charlie Watts. Aidan Brocklehurst is in. Tidying up some Death Company that were previously painted in haste. Yes, Aidan took some names with those Death Company at our event very recently. Well done, Aidan. I hope you're doing well, buddy. And Paul Bridge, the very best Paul Bridge, says hello from good old Bacon Land. Lovely to have you here, Paul Bridge. Wonderful. Okay, on the self-promotional side, as you may have noticed, we do a podcast. We'd love to have your support. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, you can leave comments on the videos. That's all absolutely amazing. That helps us with the algorithmic chaos gods, who are fickle. They are fickle. We would love to carry their favour as much as we possibly can. If you want to support us financially as a YouTube member, you can join our big old community. We've got over 120 YouTube members now supporting us financially and helping us to buy a yacht in Monaco. If you want to chuck a few quid a month to us that way, you can sign up on YouTube as a member. If you sign up as a chat to us, you can also get access to our coaching Discord, where we've got loads of coaching going on. We've got a bunch of the Plus working away in there. We've got myself, Chris, Jack, Rob, Ed, Watts, Harley, and recently the lovely Jack Tite as well, who is obviously a little bit smart, a little bit good at Warhammer is Jack Tite. So if working one of those people and helping to level up your Warhammer game sounds like something you'd be interested in, drop us a message. You can drop us a message in Discord. You can drop us an email. I think details are in our links. And yeah, we'd love to work with you. As far as videos go, there's loads coming out. Absolutely loads coming out, because we sort of had a moment where we haven't done any videos and all our data is down. And then we were like, what if we did what we do? And we've done it, and it's all perking up again. So that's good. Harley did a video about his Storm Raven GK list. I have done a video doing some first reactions to the Votan Codex, talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to start sussing that out in more depth going forwards as well. Chris has been working very hard, recording with all sorts of people. He's done a Fight Phase Combat Mastery video that's really, really good as well. Alex has got an event report with his Imperial Knights out from the GT. There is just videos flying out all over the place and more to come as well. So if that sounds like your jam, go and give those a watch after the show. On the promotional side, sorry, go on, John.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, on the promotional side, we also have a masterclass coming up. It is for LGT. On September 11th, we will be running a LGT masterclass. This is in our coaching Discord. We've been doing these for a little while. They're very sociable classes. Bring a list. You're taken to LGT. We'll talk you through it. We'll talk you through how the list works on the terrain. We'll have a look at the missions. We'll think about any adjustments, anything you need to bear in mind. We'll talk a little bit about the meta, but my tips for an LGT meta are always expect Marines and then the unexpected. I think those are the two things you can plan for in your life. But anyway, we'll get into that in more strategic depth than that in the masterclass as well. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do come and sign up in the Discord. There is a masterclass sign-up area. You can get involved there. That's the self-promotion done. I think Jack could still do with a couple more minutes.
I think I'm okay.
You think you're okay?
I think we're good.
We're good.
Just a little bit simpler and
okay.
I think we can do this.
All right, that's fine. Okay, if Jack believes we're ready, then
it's gonna look it's gonna look so good.
I hope so. I mean, it's gonna look better than anything I've ever done.
It's gonna not be as good as it was originally, but I mean, right. Tell me. Right, so let's go.
Also, hi Gordy. I see you in the chat there. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Let's. There we go. All right, let's. Can someone put my screen share on?
Right. I'm just gonna do it this
way. Okay. Here we go.
You want it as the big guy, right? With us all below.
Yes, please.
So like that. Oh, this is good.
Yeah. I love tech. I don't know when we officially took me off tech for this show, but I'm so glad we did.
I love that this is exactly what you want. There we go. No.
Podcast listeners, we apologise for the break in recording.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of technology being done right now. Jack is kicking the servitors.
Boom.
They are shimmering. Here we go.
Right.
Okay.
So you're going to get my janky Photoshop view of the Hear Me Out cake. Yay!
Okay. Applause for the Hear Me Out cake. Jack, do you want to explain to the listener what the Hear Me Out game is and how this is going to work?
Okay, if you haven't had your Instagram timeline poisoned by this like I have, Basically, the long story short is I've got some lollipop sticks with pictures of units on them that we have picked, and they are units that are conventionally thought to be not very good.
Okay.
And we are going to, each one of us is going to stick our little stick in the cake, and we are going to justify why it is actually a good unit.
Okay.
And why you think, why it's okay. Traditionally, these cakes are, you would have sex with the thing on the stick. We are not doing that. We are doing.
That's interesting, Jack. I didn't know
Convenient.
that.
Well.
We are doing it as you would play this unit.
Okay. Cool.
So-
We're a kids show. It's fine. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, let's.
Are we?
No, we're not. Let's do it then. Okay. Cool.
So, in an attempt to make this somewhat mysterious, I've hidden them here. So I'm going to grab what I can, and the first one that comes up is the one we're going to be doing.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
No, that's all of them.
Everybody go.
It's Asmodai!
Look, it's Asmodai, and he's gone in the cake. Would you bang him?
Well, that cake is now going to have to take a battle shock test at -1. to start the fight phase, so
I wonder
that's
who
great.
might be trying to get Asmodai into the cake.
The same guy that keeps trying to push that square peg into a round hole every time he designs a list.
Cool.
It's me.
Okay then, John. Justify yourself, sir.
So, sure, there's some really cool units that you can have leading things like your Inner Circle Companions or your Blade Guard, but do any of those units give your unit full rerolls to hit and melee? The answer is no.
That's pretty good.
Asmodai does,
Yeah.
and he has a similar melee profile, and at the start of the fight phase, anyone with an engagement range of him has to take a battle shock test at -1, which could be useful. So,
That's actually all really good, mate.
I think it's all good stuff. The problem is, I think you compare that to, say, giving them a Librarian or a Judicia. People go, that's more efficient, but this guy is a badass. And more importantly, he has leadership's 5 up, so it helps with battle shock tests in response as well.
I mean, I like him for... I mean, re-rolling hits... I mean, Marines are always trying to find ways to re-roll hits that aren't oaths, right? And that feels like a very nice thing to have.
I found it and ran with it. It was fun.
Go on then, Alex.
I think particularly there with Blade Guard, where you're not after the defensive mechanism of the fight first or the invuln from a Librarian. That feels a lot more useful there.
Yeah. Or Assault Intercessors even. Giving them full rerolls to hit and wound.
That's quite
not
fun.
on an oath.
Yeah, it's a blendy unit. Yeah.
How many points is he?
How many points is he? 70. 70? No.
Yeah.
Wikipedia says 70.
Let me just check on the app, because
I have characters that die to a sneeze that cost that much.
He does cost 70. He's on a 50 mil base as well.
Absolute insanity that he costs 70 points.
What does weapon do?
His weapon...
He's got a perfectly respectable blendy sort of power sword.
He's got a 5 attack strike, which is 2 damage, or an 8 attack sweep, which is 1 damage. Both AP 2.
It's got the profile of every super powered legendary weapon in 40k at the moment, which is strength 6, AP 2 damage 2.
Yeah. He's got a really nice Crozius.
I think he's good.
This is why I can't respect Marine players, because they have stuff like this coming out of their
And that's just straight up good, John. And the battle shock is actually quite... I mean, I think no one likes relying on a battle shock, but being able to shut off a defensive buff or an interrupt or
a fight on death.
Fight on death.
Yeah, it's so helpful. It actually mattered in a game this weekend for me. It was great.
That's completely bananas. That is absolutely bananas.
Yep. But have you ever seen it in a tournament list?
I've never seen him anywhere.
Doesn't it based on another chaplain where you don't get the mortal wound protection, you do get the +1 to wound, and that he kind of doesn't offer as much to the unit.
Yeah, I mean the +1 to wound is nice in terms of punching up, right? I suppose it does depend a bit on. I guess a unit with him in might not have quite as wide a range of targets, but
no.
I mean that's still pretty damn good, isn't it?
It just means they're good at going into. Generally, I found infantry.
Yeah,
what they tend to.
I mean they'll absolutely blend infantry with that.
And if it's something like the Inner Circle Companions, giving them full rerolls to hit and they've got sustained 2 sweeps, that's really nice to have.
That's really good. Yeah, I mean, at 70 point, that is just completely insane to me that's not in list. So, I mean, John, you've already won this game on the first try, so well done. Very good.
Ding.
Very
I played 5 games with him and I still don't want to take him out my list. So.
Yeah, I love him. That's awesome.
Okay, so what's next? We listen and we don't judge. Oh, let's do another one of John's. Sorry. You have to do 2 in a row. Reavers.
Oh, here we go. Go on then, John.
Specifically with the Reaver Lieutenant leading them.
Oh, okay.
They have this really cute ability where if you're within 3 inches of them, -1 OC. He makes it 6. They've all got lethal hits when he's leading the unit, and they've all got precision. So, famously, the first time I tried this out, I killed an Archon in the first round of combat.
I remember.
With the Reaver Lieutenant. It's very cool. It's very cool. But in a defensive manner, if you've got, say, a reposition, their grav shoots mean they ignore horizontal distance.
Yeah, you can do Harlequin shit with them, right?
Vertical distance, sorry. Yes, yeah, so they can just literally go up. And sure, they'll probably die on that top bit, but it makes the charges longer. So you can basically make them 12 inches away by going 6 inches backwards.
And how many points is a Reaver, John?
Very cheap. Let me get the list. Let me get them back up. They're not expensive. That's the thing that catches everyone out. They are for 5.
They cost 80 for 5.
Yeah.
80 for 5.
And then him himself is... Oh, it's not on this list. This isn't helpful. Oh, God. There we go. And then he is... I want to say 70. No, he's 55. There you go.
And as Aidan says in chat, they can get around wall blocks by jumping up to the top floor with the little hook.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
That's a really cool unit.
It's funny enough Eldar tech, right?
It is Eldar tech. Yeah. Well, you know my feelings on Marines having elf rules. It's happened and I have to get used to it.
Yeah. Deal with it.
It's not going to stop. They've worked out how to do it. I mean, that again, it's just a very good unit. I've got no complaints. I like it. I mean, they're not that dangerous themselves. They're not bad, you know.
But
they're
giving
not bad.
precision on lethal is pretty nice, I found.
And again, you've got more battle shocking. So you could have a list with these and Asmodai. You're battle shocking everyone all over the place. And they've got a scout.
That's what my current list has. Both of these.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
They're scout but not infiltrate, right? These ones.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. And so they also have the smoke keyword and grenades.
So do scouts as well. Fucking scouts.
I know, man.
Scouts with smoke for it. Fucking Marine players, honestly. How do you win the games?
It just couldn't be more spoiled, could they, really? It's crazy. Gary P says he likes Reavers, especially with the Libby in Librarius Conclave. Ah, yes. Yeah. What's his secret anti-Dacker tech for Librarius Conclave?
So you can make them line
what
up
combo?
As
well.
That's some real mad scientist.
That's some deep in the well shit. That I like it. I like it a lot.
I feel like you really don't have to go that deep for Marines, though.
No, you don't. I mean, but again, I've not seen either of these used in a competitive Marines list, and they are both great.
That might be stuff that I'll take to LGT.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. You're going to unleash your secret tech on the world. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And go 3 and 2 and be happy with it.
Live the dream. Live the dream.
All right. You go for another one.
Oh, please not me again.
It's not you again. Right. We listen and we don't judge. Crimson Hunter.
Okay. Right. Crimson Hunter. Here we go. So, I've been playing a little bit of Eldar. For me, my fundamental gripe with Eldar at the moment is that I find their actual long range shooting to be a bit hit and miss. I really like every other gun they have. I think every other gun they have is amongst the best of its type. I don't get on with Dark Reapers, and then things like Fire Prisms I don't get on particularly well with either. People keep talking me out of running a Wraith Knight. If you are interested in the long range shootout for the Eldari, Crimson Hunter comes in at 160. Obviously has the ability to be flying, so it can see angles and catch angles that others cannot see. It's got a very nice pair of bright lances on it, and it's got the pulse laser as well. So it's essentially a more punchy Falcon. It's got an additional shot on top. And when it shoots at anything that flies, it gets +1 to hit and +1 to wound. So you've got bright lance and pulse lasers that are basically hitting and wounding tanks almost effortlessly. You do not see Crimson Hunters used. But I think between the combination of being able to come on an edge and just see into things that other things can't see, and actually just having very, very solid guns, I don't think they're at all bad as a unit. I think you could be very happy with 1 or 2 of these plinking about on the line, doing some damage, and threatening unusual angles in that way that flyers sometimes do. I've got no complaints with the Crimson Hunter.
What is the weapon profile on it?
2 bright lances, so that is a strength 12 AP3 D6 +2 las cannon. And the pulse laser is 3 shots, strength 9, AP2, D6 damage. So it's essentially anti-tank guns, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the benefit of it? I mean, Fire Prism's really good because I'm looking over here and I'm like Fire Prism and Dark Reapers, like you said, and I'm like they're pretty cool. So what's this guy got that they don't have?
I think what he has for me is the strength 12 versus the Dark Reapers, which I like. I think he has the ability to see things the Dark Reapers can't necessarily see. He's a little bit harder to kill than 5 Dark Reapers as well, which I like going for him. And also, I think, as far as the Fire Prism go, I think my main gripe with the Fire Prism is that you can't use the linked fire for the volume shooting now. So the Fire Prisms, you're essentially firing. If you hide one, shoot the other. I think you're getting three anti-tank shots, which is damage 6. And this guy has 5 shots, and he's 1 vehicle versus. So I actually think he probably stacks up more favorably against the Fire Prism personally. And obviously he's a flyer, so he's got the -1. Do they still have -1 to hit? I don't know. Do flyers still get that shit? No. What a waste of time.
You're 2 editions behind there, mate.
Oh, we'll just run Warhost and then give it -1 to hit anyway, so it's fine. All is absolutely fine. And he's got a 5-up invulnerable save. You know, he's pretty cool. I honestly, I think he's very legit. No one's running out to join me on this one.
I think I know I'm kind of with you. I think the elder players are being cowards here, man. I think just running with that acceptable wisdom armies, units that are good. They're not really willing to think for themselves. Classic Eldar player, probably, I don't know, Vic VJ or something. Yeah,
I mean, Vic used to love planes when no one could hit them. That was a great time. Yeah, I don't know. I think it offers a slightly different angle of attack to the other stuff that I've been playing with, for sure.
I'm not. I'd have to see it in action. I feel like this is one of those ones where I'd have to see it in action.
Absolutely done.
Any excuse to give Eldar players grief is good by me.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Max says in the chat, in Aspect Host they get the rerolls too, and they can use the Aspect Host strats because the Crimson Hunter is indeed an Exarch in a plane.
Okay.
Sure. Do you want ignore mods? Do you want sustained on your plane? Do you want ignore cover? Why not? And you'll get your reroll ones to hit or wound. It's not too shabby,
Bloody. Okay, you just get whatever you want.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they absolutely do. They absolutely do.
They have their cake and they eat it.
They do. They do indeed. Right. Next up, let's. No, that's all of them. No, come on. Oh, it's me. We listen and we don't judge. Right. Acolytes with mining tools.
I mean, I'm already 100% in your camp, Jack, but I'll let you talk. Go on.
Right. Here's the thing. A lot of people in Biosantic Broodsurge will run things like 3 times 10 Gene Stealers and 3 times 5 Aberrants.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I think people have vast... Or the other one they use a lot is Metamorphs.
Yes.
Hybrid Metamorphs. This unit is so much better than Hybrid Metamorphs.
It is so much better than Metamorphs.
People are sleeping on it.
Yes.
You put this with a Biophagus, so you can get the detachment rule in Biosantic Broodsurge.
So good.
And you can get the lethal hits in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And +1 to attack and charge. Attacks are very valuable in this unit because they only have 2 attacks per model.
They need the bio, don't they? Really, and the +1 attacking
at 5, 2, 3. AP2 on this unit is actually quite good, especially when you can buff that to AP3 very easily with a Ridge Runner.
Exactly.
And that anti-vehicle 4+.
They are, and also +1 to wound against infantry once per game with the bio as well, so they can into anything that's not the very toughest infantry. They can suddenly be like 18 damage, 3 attacks that wound on 2s.
Yeah, exactly.
This was always my favourite unit in bio. It was always like my finisher unit, like the last thing I'd bring in and use, and I always preferred it to Metamorphs, and it never caught on. It never caught on at all.
And if you're feeling really spicy, you can put a Primus in there and give them full hit rerolls.
You can.
And unit just 1 bangs a Night Tyrant in 1 shot. So that's...
I think you can do them in Xenocreed, right? You can give them +1 attack and +1 weapon skill in Xenocreed with the Primus as well.
You can give them, +1 attack, +1 weapon skill. I mean, that's Xenocreed though.
Yeah, I mean, Xenocreed is on my list of things to dabble in my piss about stage that I'm currently in. But
I've tried it. It's fine. It's
not
as good as Biosantic.
No, it's not.
It's just worse Biosantic.
But I'm with you. This is a very good unit. It just has to avoid a horrible Overwatch. That's the one thing that can ruin its life.
I was going to say something that's not correct because the rule's wrong, but no, sorry.
Honestly, like even Deathwing Knights don't want to face that. Terminator equivalent's nothing of that kind of trying to be a tough infantryman, chosen, possessed.
Yeah.
Rinse it, right?
A chosen Ricket just does horrific things too. It's really funny how quickly it goes through chosen.
Can't imagine it likes to fight first, though.
It does not.
No, it does not.
It doesn't really like anything that happens to it as a general rule. It likes to do stuff to other people, but if you can leverage it, it's so good.
You do have the nice added benefit of having like 3 expendable bodies on the unit that you can just like take hits on before you actually need to take anything valuable. So that's quite nice.
I think the other thing with it is that it's a 4-point res as well, right? Like it's not that costly to bring back into the game, and it's quite a nice one to just drop back and throw more OC and more combat in later as well. So yeah, it's a very solid little unit.
Do they sticky objectives, or is that the other?
No, they get
ones?
CP gen on objectives on a 4-up. So you'll see people take one little 5-man for the back.
On the home, yeah.
Nicholas of Team Germany was very surprised when my little 5-man walked out and killed Be'lakor in our game at WTC. He did not see that coming. It was good. I enjoyed it.
But yeah,
if those in like early trading with people putting little vehicles out, right? Quite likes that.
Yeah. I think it's okay at Skirmishing. The low volume of attacks really starts to tell on the small squads. But as Jack says, you can juice up a Tenbrick to be genuinely horrifying. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, and I think if the GSC list goes more towards Biosantic, which they might if hosts gets like
I'd love Combat GSC to be the thing for the latter end of the edition. That'd be a great time.
Then yeah, this could be the unit to look at.
100%. Yeah, I'm with you. Sold.
Right.
I don't know if you meant to tickle my vanity, but you have. So well done.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's Mozrog.
Hey,
Mozrog.
Is that yours, Alex, by any chance?
Me.
Yeah, go on then, Alex. Justify Mozrog.
Well, we were talking about beating up big things, and he does actually quite like beating up the big things. So he's tough as well. Like he's 8 wounds, T8. Feel no pain, 4-up invan. Like he has a fight on death when he leads the unit as well, gives the squigs the fight on death. But I think it's when we're going into with these kind of knights in and around still, anyone trying to take Wraith Knights, he just eats anything that doesn't sit on a 2-up save realistically, where the AP is the only thing that he probably doesn't enjoy.
That is his biggest issue, isn't it, the AP?
Like so he's got his extra attacks with from Moz, 7 -2, 4. They are dev wounds. He's then got 6 attacks, 7, 1, 3 with anti-monster vehicle 4.
Yep.
But the ability here is what you're after. So vehicles and monsters, he's +1 damage, or +2 damage into Titanic.
Oh,
that's wild. So he's hitting like
Jack just did his blink.
Yeah. So, if you imagine then so your extra attack as well. So you're hitting Moz with his Chomper Jaws will be 3 attacks at 7, 2, 6 into a knight, or 7 attacks.
Jack's face.
7, 1, 5, wounded on a 4.
Yeah.
Knights as well.
He's pretty damn spicy.
Into the Warlord and in the Big Hunt detachment as well.
He's got a feel no pain as well, right? He's quite,
So,
he feels like a great
8
ingress
wounds,
piece.
4-up invan, 5
He feels like a very, very obnoxious ingress piece to me.
He's OC3 as well, so he'll flip a point if you need him.
Yeah. I think he was a bit of a thing, wasn't he, in the index? And then he's dropped off.
The thing that holds him back is he's 165 points.
Oh.
And AOC just ruins his day.
Yeah, that's the AP's the killer issue, isn't it, for him?
Because he used to be like a solo monster character, but now he joins a unit, right?
He can still do both.
Yeah, so people ran him as the solo, but he can lead the squigs. I've never seen people have much fun with the big squig.
It's so awful moving them around.
They don't fit on the boards. I'd love squigs to be good, because squigs are the true orc unit.
I can't even describe to you the PTSD that squig unit gives me in this edition, because I've been...
I remember.
In the index days, the amount of times that fucking thing has run me over, because I just keep looking at it and it's like, oh, that's one damage, minus one's wound, and...
The minus
everything,
one
and it's
to
like
wound is delicious on them.
I
Aidan
guess
Brocklehurst is giving it back to the Orc players and saying it sounds great. What's wrong with Orc players? Yeah. What is wrong with Orc players? I mean, other than they don't exist at the moment.
Codex.
That's the main
what's
issue
wrong
with
Orc
them.
players.
I'd I'd imagine he just like the fact he can't go through walls, right, is pretty bad.
Yeah, I think
I imagine
so.
10-inch base move, circular base. It's not the worst.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like an 80mm base, right?
Yeah, it's a chunky base, but not too bad.
So what detachment is he? Does he just go in any, or is there any that like make him reduced?
Any of the melee ones, really. So he doesn't mind Warhorde for sustained hits on it and crit 5s.
I bet he doesn't mind that.
Death.
Yeah.
Again, big hunt. So
and the -1 to wound works on him there as well, right? Big hunt was meant to be the one he was meant to be good in, right? But I've not seen that enjoy much love.
He's Warboss keyword, right? So he'll work nicely in Bully Boys as well.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the lesser spotted Bully Boys.
Yeah, but he has places to go, but it needs support.
Maybe he will come back when hopefully orcs come back in, whenever they decide to help orcs come back.
If you're building a list to hunt big targets, he probably fits in it.
A big hunt list, one might say.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we keep saying that, YouTube's going to flag us.
We should probably stop.
Big hunt.
All right, okay. Next up, what is it? No, come on.
That looks like a tank to me.
Come on,
that was a tank. Oh.
It's
a me again.
Let me see if I can.
It's some sort of knight.
It's
not the Lancer.
It's a Cerastus knight that you don't see out and about.
Ooh, what is it, Alex?
That is the Cerastus knight Castigator.
Ooh, Castigator. I barely know her. What does it do?
So it's got an 18-shot bolt cannon. So
Jesus.
622. It is twin linked.
Okay.
So
okay.
That Templar Horde you're looking at, any Marine equivalent, does not enjoy that.
No, not much.
The melee weapon's the same as the kind of chainsword, so 4 attacks, 14, 4, 6, or 12.
So it's got that and 18 shots?
Yeah. You can sweep in melee as well for 12 attacks at 932.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Because it's a cast Cerastus, it's got a 12-inch move and 28 wounds instead of the 10-inch and 26.
Oh, like the Atropos.
Yep, like the same thing as the Atropos, but it doesn't gain the invad in melee.
Okay.
So you've got... It has a pretty shocking unit ability. We'll ignore that. You're -1 to hit if you get hit by it. The thing here also is that the Bondsman ability is absolutely cracked.
What is the Bondsman ability here, Alex?
So you'll select the Armiger. It will gain sustained hits and increase the AP of Y by 1 on its melee, on its ranged weapons.
That just sounds great, Alex.
So that Helverin that you're shooting
gets all the things that make Helverins not dangerous normally. Go away.
And you can still pair that with an Immolator for ignores cover.
That sounds absolutely brilliant. How many points is it?
It's the same as all of the other kind of ones, so it's 395.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with Knights players, man?
The problem was we
on a t-shirt, man.
We needed to kill big Knights.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that sounds really good. I like that it's got a little bit of both going on, in as much as it's got the horde clearance, but also actually will just punk a big thing too.
Yeah,
it's a twin link version of the same gun that the Despoiler gets, right?
Yeah, exactly. And people are basically taking 2 of those, but this is like slightly less volume but more consistent.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what the Codex brings. It might give any keyword that you can hand out to it. It loves that.
Yeah.
Sustained hit or anything.
Yeah, I mean, judging from the previews that we got with the sustained hit, crit 5s, all that nonsense, that seems...
Sit it on that toe line. Ask anybody if it wants to come here.
That does just sound really scary.
And backing it up with decent buffs to the armigers.
Does it get an in button?
5 up at range, so it's
only at range, so it doesn't have the melee in button.
That's the melee one.
Yeah. Okay, well that's a tiny limitation on it.
That's the next good knight found when the Codex comes out.
Yeah.
I guess there's that detachment for giving extra bondsman abilities out. I would like that as well, right?
Yeah, well, currently we've got the enhancement for it, so I don't know if you get that, and then another one. So handing it out to at least 2, maybe 3 armigers.
Pretty juiced.
I mean, yeah, again, sounds awesome. This isn't as difficult.
List, Alex.
This isn't as difficult as I thought it would be. As a general rule, I think all those units are great. Let's build a list with all of them in.
Yeah, well, it's important to remember that we listen and we don't judge. So we don't judge anyone for their choices of weird units. But we do judge people for them not playing the spirit of the game and choosing good units instead of dodgy ones.
That's fair.
Okay. No, wait.
Oh,
that's all of them
again.
Come on.
He's trying to select everybody. He's trying. He's bringing all the units again.
Someone with wings.
I can see wings.
And that looks like a Leman
We'll do this
Russ.
one because everyone can see it.
It's a tank.
This is a Russ.
Me again.
Leman Russ. Is it? What?
That is the Leman Russ Eradicator.
No, it's not.
Is it?
It's not.
Is it
It's not. It's the Leman Russ Demolisher. It's my choice.
There
Leman
are two Leman Russ in our choices. Guard players. What's wrong with them, man?
It hasn't dawned on them yet.
Choices, though.
Right, talk about the Demolisher then. What's happened with the Demolisher?
Right, so everyone remembers the Leman Russ Demolisher in Index days because that's the one that everyone used to take as the tank commander.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went over to the Codex, they massively increased the price of the tank commander and the Leman Russ Demolisher, and then also took 2 shots off its main gun. It used to be D6 plus 3, it's now D6 plus 1.
Yes.
So it dropped off the face of the earth, everyone uses the battle tank instead.
Mm-hmm.
I am here to tell you that the Leman Russ Demolisher is still good and definitely underrated.
Okay.
Because here's what the Demolisher does is it can ignore the hit penalty when it's in close combat, and it can shoot its blast weapons into its own combat. Which is really good if you are playing them very aggressively, like me, or in Hammer and getting them tagged a lot. Because that's where battle tanks really suck.
Yes.
The other place they're really good is because they're strength 14, AP 3, damage D6. So yes, that's super unreliable if you're shooting at like 3 wound infantry, and you may want the battle tank over that. But if you're shooting at, say, a knight, then this is exactly what you want. In fact, it does the exact same number of wounds on average as a Leman Russ battle tank to a knight. So I think that it's much underrated in the meta. I think it's fairly solid. It's just a bit expensive, but it's not so different from the battle tank at this point, which is 180, I think, and this is 190.
20 points in it, right?
What's that, sorry?
It's only like 20 points in it.
Yeah,
10, I think,
much.
actually.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty solid. I think the weapon profile is pretty useful. I think it's one of those ones where you roll a 1 on the number of shots and you'll feel like real bad, but you wound on 3s where the battle tank will wound on 5s. So it kind of evens out, and then you start to feel good about yourself again. I've got 2 of these on my painting desk, and they did. I finished them. Good enough for the tournament of the weekend. I think they're super solid and mad underrated, especially in Hammer.
So there you go. We're going to hear all about the Leman Russ Demolishers and how they got on at Glasshammer in the very near future when Jack does his event report, and I'm hyped for it. I mean, again, it's just a Leman Russ. They're all annoying. They all kill whatever I put out. I hate them all. I wish them nothing but death.
They're all sad. They are all undercosted. As much as I would say that as a guard, much like pretty much every single day as in guard, almost. They are undercosted.
It's just like they're just the tank. It's like if you draw a tank that you never kill when you're trying to kill it, it's the Leman Russ every time. It just always is annoying. Always annoying.
I was watching a video the other day, and the maths on killing a Leman Russ with smoke and -1 damage from Hammer of the Emperor is with 3 knights is something 3 despoilers or something I don't know, 5%. Something's ridiculous.
It's the one time you actually want to take the melter weaponry off on the knights, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've been big on plasma cannons a lot because you can use them in close combat, but I mean it's hard to go wrong with the melters as well because they are short range. It's a short range gun. It's only 24, so the short range of the melter hurts less.
Yeah, sold.
Right.
We listen. We don't judge.
Speaking of listening and not judging, ta-da!
It's Fulgrim!
Oh no!
Yes. So, I've played some games with Fulgrim lately. What do we say about Fulgrim? He's very quick.
You meant to sell us on this one,
He
Tom.
moves 16 with advance to charge. It's pretty good. He's got a big stabby las cannony sword, which is d6 plus 1 damage, strength 14. He's got a good sweep. He's actually got a very good gun. Just a bunch of AP2 damage, 2 shots with sustained. Everything he hits is poison, so starts taking chip mortals on 4s for the rest of the game after he's hurt them. So you can run him about, shooting one thing, poisoning it, fighting another thing.
So when he inevitably fails to kill it,
well,
something else can get.
That's a matter of opinion. He has fights first. He's actually, I found him very good in combat-y type games. He's very annoying for certain types of armies in games where they can't just immediately kill him with their guns.
Yeah.
And I think the reality with Fulgrim is that what I've quite liked about him in the games I play is that he does force a very real response from the opponent. Right? Either they have to respond with a very heavy offense, or they have to sort of give him a little portion of the board to play in. And he is, I really like him in that sense. I think you have to jam him in a big going moment when lots of other EC stuff is going out to fight at the same time. But in those kinds of moments, it's annoying to try and kill a 2-up save Primarch at the same time as trying to kill a bunch of other stuff. He obviously combos well with the strats in Coteries and in Peerless as well. And I think he is probably too expensive, and his base size is annoying. But he's absolutely solid. I've had games with him where I've been very content, and he will absolutely smash up a sort of a bigger target. He doesn't like invuns very much. I will say that for Fulgrim. Not a big fan of 4-up invulnerable saves. But entirely solid. He has always felt like he's done something in every game that I've played with him.
So his mortal wound thing, is it every unit he hits with an attack?
That is correct. I suspect it's he picks one per phase. Let me just have a look at that.
That's a lot worse.
Shut up. In shooting phase and fight phase, after he's finished making attacks, select one unit hit by that.
Shooting as well, though, that's pretty good.
And it's a 4-up in every command phase, including yours and theirs, henceforth. 4-up D3 mortal wounds. It stacks up, and it's if he's actually alive to the mid to late game, it's very, very annoying. For the leftovers of units running around that are actually taking mortals on top of everything else, and I've quite enjoyed it. I think the gun is better than I had appreciated after the first couple of games of using it. He likes the strats and the combos in a couple of the melee detachments for sure.
You're it's a little bit scraping the bottom of the barrel to say you really like the gun, and
I think the gun is very good. I think the gun is
Your
excellent.
Voice raised as you said that, Tom.
His
You
melee,
don't believe yourself.
his melee is he is basically just a Forge Fiend with one more AP in combat, and obviously you could get 3 Forge Fiends for the price of a Fulgrim, Mauler Fiends, which is I think that's probably the main issue that he's got. But I think if his points are just a little bit, I think he could be a real pest.
I feel like the thing with Fulgrim is that you kind of want to play him like an Angron style character, in that like he's just a force of nature on the table that he basically warps the game around him.
Yes.
I just don't think he hits hard enough to justify that.
I think there is a case to be made that is true, and I think his fight phase, his fight first on a base that often just simply cannot fit to go and help. There are a lot of situations in which you just cannot intervene with him at all because the base is too big. But I would say I watched Lee Jones play with him at RGT, and Fulgrim definitely won him at least 2 games, and then against Alex he just hid on his deployment line and then came out and died.
Game, like Aidan says, I had to be very respectful of that threat range. I had to stand a long way away from that. So I couldn't touch the centre. Really,
I think Lee just had to ingress him in that game, right? Yeah. I think it'd have actually been very relevant in that match had he been, and he does have deep strike as well. I think Fulgrim is not a world away from being a unit people might use in their games. Oh, did I mention his serpentine tail? He gets 6 extra attacks, 6/1/1. Hitting on 2s.
We'll move on.
Reminder, we said these are not units that we want to fuck, right? Right. Okay. Well, we listened.
I can see
we didn't judge very much.
I'm not judging.
I have had a whale of a time with Fulgrim in recent weeks. He's been great. I send a screenshot whenever he's going into a big thing that he's absolutely not going to kill to the chat, and the chat will say mean things about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go on to the next one.
Oh, it's a knight.
Impossibly loud war horn. That's one of mine, actually. This is the Knight Tyrant.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Go on then.
Right. I got shot by this thing the other day.
Yep.
First time.
Yep.
What the actual fuck is this thing?
It's bonkers.
Really guns off, Jack. There's a lot of them.
Like, I was playing Tau, right? And I've had a couple of units stick out. And I was like, okay, he can take this unit, this tank, that's fine. I'll just trade that for him exposing his Knight Tyrant. That's not what happened. What happened was I'm going to point one arm at this tank and kill it 3 times over. Point one arm at this tank, kill it 2 times over. And then my side guns are just going to kill another unit of infantry on their own. And I was just like, what the actual hell is this thing? Because I was completely blown away by the damage profiles on the plasma ultra super duper gun, I can't remember what it's called, on the side, and it just blew my mind.
The ectoplasma decimator.
Yeah, the plasma decimator.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Damage 8. Oh no, that's the plasma. That's the melter one, isn't it? It's
damage 2 or 3, depending if you
3 on an overcharge.
But
yeah, damage 3.
AP4 damage 3 is pretty tidy. It's a pretty tidy.
What more could you need? For dealing with most things, in fact.
The harpoon being D3 shots now is also hilarious.
The harpoon we're not massively worried about.
Well, you're all cowards.
The Brimstone Volcano Lance. D3 shots blast, strength 20, AP5, D6 plus 8 damage is insane. Like,
yeah,
that is absolutely mad.
From the perspective of teams, I think Spain had a list with 2 Tyrants at WTC, and I had to put that down as a big fat no-no for GSC because they also just have a 12-inch no deep strike aura.
Yeah.
which is absolutely mental into certain armies on a night base. Like that is just two of those are just like none of
half
this.
The board.
You can't play on any of this. You're not allowed to be here. It's completely bananas.
And just to top it all off, they can take the Geist Strike missile launcher.
They can.
Or 2 of them rather, which are strength 12, AP 6.
Yep.
D6 plus 1 damage dev wounds.
Anti-Titanic 4 up as well.
Yeah, so just in case you get into that night matchup, you can just shred them apart as well. The downside of this thing is, as ever, the fact that it's 410 points.
Yeah, Fulgrim would fuck him up as well. Like,
in theory.
Would he?
Fulgrim, I'd back Fulgrim to do 9 damage to that fucker.
He won't be rapid ingressing
all day long. I mean, that's where the 16-inch move comes in, John. He can ingress outside the bubble and still get to combat. Yeah. Oh, stop it. None of us said anything about walls, okay?
I'm tying on the back of it with my knight. You're stood in front of it, right?
He's going to slink round it. He'll get you. You wait.
So
yeah, I mean, the Tyrant's good. I like that.
I had to put it on here because I got my world rocked by this thing the other day. And
I wonder how that would go down as an ally in some other Chaos list.
The real kicker is it's got an 8-inch move. Like, it does not move anywhere.
Yeah, but it kills anything it looks at.
Don't
need
it just shoots right from the back.
Tag a terrain piece. Isn't it?
It's a nice one to keep an eye on, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
To be fair, I think if you're running it in something like I can't remember what it's called, the one that gives you packs, that essentially gives you packs.
Yeah.
If you're running it in there, then you can take the extra movement, and you're not really penalised because do you really need sustained or lethals with this thing?
Doesn't
massively. Not massively. So it basically kills anything anyway. So, yeah. Don't get shot by this, ladies and gentlemen. Learn from my mistake.
And as Alex says, it can be Infernal Lance where it's just quicker and even shootier. They are legit. They are very scary. I don't know if I mentioned, but Fulgrim also has a 4-up invulnerable save, which is pretty.
Only a 4-up.
Which is pretty cool.
His brother Lion has a 3-up.
Yeah, he has a pretty cool T11. It's pretty good.
All right, let's pull in the next one, shall we?
Oh god.
Oh no.
It's the Terminator Ancient.
Why am I worried that all three of these units are going to be in John's LGT list? John, go on, explain to yourself.
It's not in my list, but I own 3 of them. Shut up, don't judge me.
Go on.
Often you want to put a character leading your Terminators, irrelevant of points. This is not like a points efficiency thing, because you want to give them something. And a thing that Terminators struggle with, unless you're playing with Lysander, is OC. This guy gives you extra OC. If you then pile it on in the Wrath of the Rock detachment, you can make a unit OC3 with your Terminators, which is pretty spicy. And I think it's a unit that people don't look at because they go, points efficiency wise, I need to not. But also, you don't need to have it leading a unit. It's just a cheeky little guy you drop in and can have doing stuff. I think they're quite useful. I just don't think people give them enough attention.
I've seen it being used as a backfield home objective holder.
Yeah. It's just nice.
Also a cheap enhancement caddy.
Yeah. It's just a nice unit that I think captains often get in the way of people taking them, or named characters. So.
How many points is he?
I want to...
60, it's really not many.
60's a lot for +1 OC.
I don't think they're that cheap from memory.
I'd rather have Asmodee.
I'd rather have Asmodee as well.
Can't lead Terminators, guys.
He's 75, so...
75 is quite a few points.
It's half of your next Terminator squad, right?
Yeah. But it's just, I like the idea of it, I think. That's the thing. It's something that I don't think we see enough characters leading things like Deathwing Knights. I'd like
What
to
about
see it.
in... Don't Black Templars have a detachment that is specifically for the Ancients?
Ancients, yeah. Yeah, there is.
I'm hearing that it's not very good.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hoops to jump through for not
Just
a lot.
to get stuff.
Okay, I tried to give some root for that one.
This was the 5th one on my list, so I feel like I was probably scraping the barrel a bit more at this point.
I think Fulgrim would beat him in a fight as well.
Yeah,
He'd get his points back, right?
I did have to grab whichever I could and jam it on there for this because I was a bit last minute. So you may have got your 5th pick instead of your 2nd. That may have happened. Right. I think it's the last one.
Oh.
Okay, it's not. Oh no, there's 2 more.
It's the Locus. It's the Locus. So, he's a little GSC character. He is a tidy little utility unit. He gives a unit fights first, and he gives characters in his unit a 4-up feel no pain that will definitely not save them. But he also has five attacks at strength 5, AP 2, damage 2. I think the main thing with the Locus is that the detachments that GSC have seen the most use of, he's not the natural fit, right? I think fights first isn't that relevant for bio because you're hitting on your terms then you're dying, and it's not been particularly relevant for hosts. I think in both Final Day and Xenocreed, the Locus goes up quite substantially because both those armies, I think, benefit from having melee bricks. They can have a little bit more board presence. They can be a bit more defensive in that sense. The Locus in a unit, a fights first unit in Final Day, can also just get access to full rerolls to wound via the stratagem with +1 to hit. So a Locus in a unit of melee acolytes or a unit of metamorphs, very, very blendy. And fights first there is quite useful as well. So I think actually he's not at all shabby in that detachment. You could give him a enhancement whereby the unit would also have sustained while an IDS unit was nearby as well. That unit is going to blend at that point. The other nice thing with him is you actually can combo him up. He can be in a brick that already has a Primus in it, so you can have a full rerolls unit here as well with fights first, which is pretty tidy. And I think in Xenocreed, where again you're often more motivated to take some of the other bodyguard characters and have these big blendy go turn units that can have advanced and charge and things like that as well, I actually think he's pretty tidy. He's only 45 points. So he's one of those end of the list points where if you have the points spare, I actually think he's quite nice. And I think it'll be interesting, to see a little bit more experimentation with a little defensive block unit with the Locus in a more combat-y meta. I think one of the issues GSC have at the minute is that certain armies essentially just run them off the board, being very quick and aggressive. And I think a Locus brick in there to actually slow down and protect a flank is actually quite a nice tool that I've not seen used very much.
Yeah, I did play some Xenocreed games in one of the King of the Ping leagues with a unit of the mining Tuacos with a Primus and a Locus, and it was pretty good.
Yeah,
he hits decently hard.
Yeah. Once you've got a Primus and a Locus in there, I feel like the extra, the damage that's sometimes missing with that unit is made up. But also in Xenocreed, that the acolytes themselves absolutely blend, right? So I think it is a bit board dependent. You need somewhere it can actually be staged away safely, but that is a very, very dangerous fighters first unit, like by standards otherwise.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones that the units that he buffs are not units that are typically, like, they're pretty glass cannon-y.
Yeah,
but they're not world-endingly good combat units. They're just decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
and I think that it's just that fights first and sort of defensive play just doesn't seem to be the way GSC is currently vibing as such. But he's entirely valid, I think, as something to try.
Also looks cool as hell.
Oh, he's baller. Yeah, he's got his little tails poking out his little cloak. He's very cool.
Right, I think we got one more. See if I can coax it out.
Hey.
Wait. Come on. Okay, I've broken the thing here, and he hasn't. Oh, he's got a stick. There we go.
Who the fuck is that?
This is... Who is it? Alex, who is it?
Alex, I assume you know who it is.
I assume it's the Sanctifier kill team.
It's the Sanctifier guy.
Yeah!
Sanctifiers. They're a quite interesting data sheet. They're 100 points. They scout, and when you attach a leader to them, they also gain the scout. And there's just, if you wanted an Overwatch threat, these guys have a bucket of flamers. Like, everyone comes with a flamer. You've got a couple of guys with single shots, 6-1-2 flamers, D6 shots. They're a 5-up invan piece, and they have decent melee. Couple guys again, 6-2-3 dev wounds, some other AP1, AP2 melee. But I think, the abilities here, you've got a healing unit, so heal D3 models in the unit in the command phase, and they gain +1 to wound when they're led by a priest in melee. So this is more thinking about them in an Imperial Agents detachment, the Imperialis fleet, as opposed to an ally here. I think they're just a pretty solid midfield kind of give and go piece. You can give them infiltrate in Imperialis fleet, so it's infiltrate scout. You've got redeploy off the rogue trader entourage potentially. I just like them. They're relatively cheap, relatively durable, reasonable damage.
Yeah, they sound pretty flexible.
It never ceases to amaze me how Knights can just pop out with this ridiculous unit out of nowhere that has every rule under the sun.
And no one uses it.
No one uses it, yeah.
Apart from in Kill Team.
I think that's purely like a hobby lag getting hold of them, or just people don't have them.
I think it's just buried in books, this unit.
I played against a lad who had like 2 or 3 of the new Admech Kill Team, and we all laughed at them when they came out. But you're like, for 60 points, that was a really flipping annoying unit to have to deal with.
Good guns, right?
Like, it was good. Yeah, there you go. Plug it in your Knights army.
Well, it
does everything.
Yeah, just sounds very useful to me.
I'm just looking at it now in Knights, and it just does a little bit of everything. Does it have to be in order correct, or can you take it in any of them?
No, it's just a agent's unit, so it goes anywhere you like. So Imperialis fleet is where I'm thinking about it. As an agent's kind of more player, it plays a lot with that.
I mean, fair enough, man. That's a diamond in the rough you found right there. I mean, you would do a Knight in agent.
This is what Alex does, right? He finds pocket sand agents units and turns them into gold. He's very talented. It's in his blood. That's what he's always done.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's not going to go do amazing things, but it's annoying to deal with. It does a bit of damage.
Yeah. So I think we're all agreed that that's probably almost as viable as Fulgrim is.
Yeah,
I mean, probably more. They almost have the same vulnerable save as him.
Yeah, nearly, but not quite.
So if you got points per kind of efficiency, if you had 3 units of these, they'd probably still do more than Fulgrim in a game.
How many points is Fulgrim again?
He's only 365, Jack. A steal.
You get 3.5 of these units, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many wounds is that comparatively? It's more, right?
Yeah, it's more.
26, 27, 23 or something.
For less points, unbelievable.
Unreal.
Outrageous.
Okay. I think that's a good selection of units.
That's our Hear Me Out. Kate, I mean, that's a fun game. I quite like that. We can do that again. That was really fun. Thank you, Jack. And I'm sorry that it was such an editing nightmare.
Not anyone's fault. It was literally just the PC decided to crap out on me.
Yeah,
betrayed me at the last moment.
And now I've seen it.
But this looks incredible.
Here. I know how to do it.
It does look. It looks really pretty. I'll tell you who looks fucking amazing on it, and that's Fulgrim in the middle. He's like the big purple candle that we all needed. You know.
So what it is, it's a load of actual cake toppers, but he is the one you can't eat because it's made out of a fucking dildo.
Fucking hell. And there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we actually don't have any podcast questions in this week because I forgot to ask anyone until about a minute ago. So unless anyone's going to bung one in the chat,
there's one, I think.
We'll probably be calling it a day in a second. Okay, there was one from Ultimate Fun.
Yeah.
Picture the scene. It's list submission day and you're losing your mind. You've got a list that you're happy-ish with, but there's one last slot open, about 260 points worth. The unit you've been testing in there hasn't meaningfully interacted with the game in any way in testing, but also hasn't been actively bad. It's been sat on a home objective doing nothing at all, into quite passive shooting armies. You've won the test games. Do you, A, stick with it, it's what you know, and now isn't the time to try stuff? B, throw something else in there that might bring a bit more, but is likely more fragile. You've not tested it, but you think it might work. Asking for a not losing his mind friend. Honestly, at this point, let's call him Funk Timot Alt. Just needs someone to tell him what to do, as he's no longer capable of rational thoughts. This is, as always, Lewis's fault.
So I've done this at events where I've overthought my list to the point where I make it worse by having one practice game where something doesn't work, taking it out and replacing it with something that I then don't test. So my gut feeling is use the known quantity, because sometimes you don't get rewarded after quite often.
I do think the killer was in it's not been actively bad, and if the games have been successful and it's been in a place and it's done a thing, at this stage probably changing it up isn't needed unless you've got a very, very active vision and role for the unit. Like if it was Fulgrim and you don't have enough points for Fulgrim here, I think there would be no questions asked. It was like, just get Fulgrim in because obviously he's going to bring value. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
No.
I'm not sure what 260 point unit you're using to hold your home objective with.
It's a good question. The home objective is interesting. Is he playing
Commander on his home?
He might be playing Old World. We didn't consider that. You know,
you've got like 30 point units in that game.
Yeah, so I've got no idea.
Have objectives in your home field in that
I suppose probably
the
playing it aggressively a couple of games and seeing if you like what happens when you shove it forwards might be interesting. We don't know what the unit is, so it's one of those things.
At the end of the day, 200 points also probably isn't going to make a difference to your games. The rest of the 1800 point core is what you're playing with for the most part.
Yeah, but that's the kind of amount I do encourage people to change. I think changing more than that at a time is always risky, but you can change that without losing too much of the character of a list, right? But it's just if there's a particular role you envisage for something else. If it's just on a whim because you're a bit like, let's try something else, okay, that can bite you before an event.
Devil's advocate, right? If you're worrying about it, it's probably like not a good unit, right? If you have doubts, probably there's a reason you have doubts. And
yeah,
and here's the thing, right? You can just take something else, right? Just send it, and then if it does really badly, just say, well, it was a last-minute list decision, and you can blame all your losses on that.
That is true, and you can say that you're vibing before the event as well.
Yeah. You can just like...
I'm huge on that now.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for that.
Or if it's a unit that's going to just spend the time on your home objective, replace it with something cheaper that can stick to your home objective, and then buy some other stuff that can do things as well, and make it about efficiency.
You can swap that out for... basically a warlock and 6 shining spears in a brick.
How many Crimson Hunters can you get for that?
You can get 1.5 Crimson Hunters.
So one and a unit.
They cannot hold your objective or indeed any objective.
So you can get one and a unit that can hold your own objective.
Yes.
A Reaver Lieutenant with some Reavers and have some change.
And Asmodai riding on top of them. I mean, that's our questions. I think we fielded that one really well, and I'm confident that we've solved your dilemma. Ultimate fun. So enjoy that.
Is the answer.
Thank you very much to Jack for a fun game. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. We will be back again in a week. Thanks for supporting us. Hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Before we go,
Jack has a thing. Go on, Jack.
Keep an eye out for our super awesome ITT video that's coming out tomorrow.
Yes, that's actually a really good video. It's actually really fun.
We did a full, I don't want to say documentary style.
We did do a whole documentary, and the great thing about it was that we didn't know that Chris was going to have such a shocking weekend before we made it.
It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. There's about 25 different things I would love to change about it now, looking back on it. But
it's really fun.
I would love to get people's feedback on it, and I want to do more of them in the future. So let me know what I should do differently. And please.
Amazing. Catch that video when it comes out. It's a lot of fun. It's good
tomorrow midday. I think
see us all do our thing. Alrighty, we will call it there, guys. Good night. Enjoy being nerds. Go away now.